We lost. Don't fight on. Okay, that is not the USC mantra. And yesterday was my first ever big-time college football game. Yes, Trojan victory in Los Angeles. And today, likely attendance at the world champion Rams home game. So I'm footballed out. But I want conservatives to recognize that we are not out when it comes to educating children. We did lose the public schools. And I don't think it is worth trying to undo it. I don't. If you want to speak at school board meetings, do it as a spectacle. But in the meantime, get your kids out. Whether that's homeschooling, whether that's to a private established school, or whether that's creating the school of your choice with other like-minded parents. That's my favorite way. Do that. I am now in an enclave of Southern California that has a bevy of private schools. The beach cities here, from Torrance all the way up to El Segundo. Parents don't trust public schools here. And with it, there are many, in Manhattan Beach alone, 6 at least, private elementary schools. This is a good thing. And conservatives can do this. We should not be fighting in public schools when we have lost. Okay? Administrators, we didn't pay attention. Okay? For 25 years, conservatives did not pay attention to what was being taught in colleges for teaching, what was being taught in schools, what was being allowed by administrators, and what was being proffered by school boards. What was being accepted and sometimes objected to was a rarity that conservatives would put an issue before a lot of people. Right now it's coming up more and more and more, but I believe it is too late. School administrators are not going to be changed overnight. School boards possibly could get changed quickly, but that takes an awful lot of effort, and then the teachers would have to comply 2 tiers later. I don't think that's going to happen. So there is an easy way out. It's not to fight on in public schools. It is to fight without, well, not even fight. Go to private, okay? Enlist in private schools. Now, where do conservatives, I think, have the obligation to fight on? Within our families, within churches, within our daily business, within our daily discourse. And I do believe that the Thanksgiving table, the workplace, should be subject to what is called political. It's civic. It is important to everybody's lives. It's more important than whether I make my weekly revenue number in my corporate workplace, to be discussing with colleagues whether this country is going to survive and even have corporate workplaces. It is worth discussing. We can't be ignoring what might now be going on in some churches, in some schools. Sorry, not schools. That's done. In some churches, in corporations, in medical establishments. They're becoming woke. We can still fight there, and should. With schools, we have an easy opportunity to remove students that are not just conservative. So the beauty is there are so many issues that ordinary families are concerned enough to join you in removing themselves. Whether environmental learning should be skewed in school, whether masking the next time there's a supposed pandemic should be done in school, whether kids should be learning online if there's a supposed pandemic, whether we should have armed security, whether we should have SEL, whether there should be CRT, whether in our athletic teams there should be the permission for trans kids to even compete in a different category from where they're born. With any one of these, conservatives certainly can get the allegiance of independent families, even left-leaning families who want the best for their kids and can recognize the public school is not keeping it. I'm Mark Stewart from Hermosa Beach. Thanks for listening.